What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we have none other than April 28th's market watch. Sorry about no webcam, but I'm in an undisclosed location that I can't really record with a webcam. So we have 8% and 13% for subscribers today, which is going to be huge. I think that's very important, especially since it is the release weekend for none other than Bt-12 across time. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. So all the people that said I was crazy that Shoutmon Time Superior 7 Superior Mode across time for its regular wouldn't be $9. Well, I mean, hey, I said it was going to be like $8. Well, it's $1 short. We are close to that. I mean, it's holding around the $11 range quite fine, not terribly. I mean, hey, that's not a bad trade-off in some circumstances, in my opinion, and which is really good to see. So what you want to see is something like that. Next, on the Europe market though side, looking like they matched us pretty evenly this time around. They're in the €10 range, which is what you want to see for this card, especially around release weekend. They had plenty of copies, so do us, but Superior Mode could change up very easily. On the Europe side though, I mean, for its alternate art across time is $34, which isn't terrible actually for its price. People aren't picking it up, but in the $35 to $34 range, compared to everyone that blew about most of their hard-earned cash on this, sometimes it is the gamble of the game. Is that, do you listen to the people that tell you no, or do you go for it? So that is the problem, comes down to it. And I think that this is one of the few cards, because it's a secret, not a secret set selling, and Superior Mode is a 2 to 3 of in most decks, and it's only in the Shoutmon deck. Well, Blue Flare plays it, but once Blue Flare gets his new line of support, it doesn't even touch this card because it doesn't need it. So it's kind of in a weird jungly mess, and I think that's fine. So on the Europe side though, let's take a look. We're not too terrible here. They're kind of a little bit cheaper than us by at least an extra $10, but that €10 difference is not terrible at all. We could possibly see this price, but that is all has to be in the cards. So let's see what the gold boy is sitting at. $300. Nobody has picked it up yet, but to be honest with you, it has been only moving in the card Facebook groups, so definitely take that with a grain of salt. It looks like it's not selling for online as on Tcgplayer. On the Europe side though, let's take a look. They're in the €350 range, which is about us. They're just $50, almost $60 more expensive than us. That's not terrible. I mean, hey, that is what happens, right? Then we have Beelzemon X Antibody Alternate Art. So this card is going to be one of the chase cards of the set, because Beelzemon is always a chase card. Beelzemon is such a huge fan favorite, and why wouldn't it be? Right now it is in the $50 range, like 50, 55 kind of range, which isn't terrible. People are picking it up kind of comfortably in that $53 range to almost $57 range. A lot of people are buying it at that. So it's good to see that it got a restock where it needed. On the Europe side, looking like $36 to $40, 40 euros, not terrible. Beelzemon X, as I said, is a good card across the board. Then let's see, Beelzemon X Antibody across time Bt-12. It's finally dipping down from that $25 price that it was over the weekend leading up to this event. You know, that is not terrible to see him come down to $10 again, which I'm not surprised, because once all the sellers could load up, it was just going to fire up. He is a 2 of, so his price being above, you know, $13 is kind of hard to hold. If he was a full play set, it would be a different story, but he is only at the ratio he is at. Let's see, let's take a look at the Europe side though. About €7.50 up to about €10, kind of in our range very easily. They're a little bit cheaper for now, but it would drop and probably will. Then we have Davis from its alternate art. People are picking it up in the $16 range, which isn't terrible. I kind of get behind that. That's not a bad deal, especially since he started at 22. And, you know, that means at least pulling him, you're not making your money back on this card, but it's actually some decent value, which I don't hate. I think that's pretty decent in my opinion. Then on the Europe side, let's see how bad they kind of botched him. No, he's kind of in our range. He's 20 euros kind of on the cap end. He's 18 euros. That's not terrible. They're just like $3 more than us, which I don't see any too much issue with that. Then we have a Restaurant Superior mode across time. So this card originally started in the $2 range, $3 range. Now it kind of just leveled off into the 5s. Still super budget friendly, especially when this is like the only high-end card you're going to be having to pay for. And that's about a 20 bucks right there. Most of your deck is just right there. So, I mean, for 50 bucks, you can build a tier 1 competitive deck and still do a lot of damage. So I think that's not bad. And a Restaurant Superior mode coming in on the Europe side, holy cow, they're at 7 euros. That's a little more pricier than us by just maybe $2, but that does matter sometimes. It doesn't make it always that budget $50 deck, especially if you're paying for more in certain aspects. Then we have Quartzmon across time. Been a hot second since we've had a decently priced green card from on release. Most people did value it at dirt cheap levels at 4s, so it's definitely staying in its pre-release price. Will it change? Probably not. I don't see Quartzmon actually coming down just because of how powerful of a boss Digimon it is, and to remove it is quite easy, but when you lock something down and they don't have the out, you're in a good spot. Let's take a look here. About $5 to $6, €6 to €7 range. They are definitely a little more expensive than us, but that's not terrible. Then we have Lanamon pre-release cards. So this card definitely coming down, which is good. We want to see this come down. I think if she gets the waifu tax, it's gonna really hit hard for her. But she is a very powerful hybrid card for your All Force themed decks. Right now, All Force is a little bit struggly, so definitely keep that in mind. Then let's go into Gumdramon. Gumdramon across time pre-release card. Most of the Hunter's deck for their uncommons are literally not foiled, and they come with, you have to get these pre-release stamps to max ready the deck. I think it's 98% pre-release cards. So this thing is going to be expensive if you go for the pre-release cards, because, you know, look at it, $12 a pop. You're going to be setting yourself back pretty quickly. So definitely keep that in mind. And then we have on the Europe market for it about €9 to €12. Not many listings, but they didn't have their pre-release events yet in every location. Then we have Marcus Daemon from alternate art across time. Expect this card to be expensive, especially since it's predicted to be Bt-13's top dog to beat. So with that, you're going to expect this card to be expensive. And it's a card that punches you for game. And who didn't like to punch people like Marcus? Then we have Marcus for €34, kind of in the same price range as us. Not terrible. Good to see that we're kind of even. I like that. Then we have Shine Greymon alternate art from across time, Bt-12, $30. Man, oh man, not a bad pickup at that price, but hey, take your time on it, don't rush it. Shine Greymon is one of those decks that is going to be really solid to play against. Europe side, about to be €22 to about €30. There's a lot of listings, but that's just because those players actually have their product. Not everybody does. Beelzemon from Starter Deck 14, alternate art, $300. Sorry, not 30. Man, oh man, am I tired. So $300, bam, and you're looking at light play at that. So to be honest, 320 is kind of where it's sitting at. You definitely make a profit if you pull this, so keep that in mind. Next, let's go into it. 200 euros to 250 euro range. That's not terrible. That's pretty solid for this card on the Europe side. Definitely a lot cheaper than us, I can say. Rena is starting to tank, which is good because you want her to drop. The fact of that Quartzmon exists is what's setting her back. The ability to be locked down, and basically your all force can't do anything because he's never gonna be able to activate his when Digivolving effect to bounce something is huge because he can't unsuspend. Not his when Digivolving, his all turns when he unsuspends effect. So that kind of just screws him over because Quartzmon will just sit at the board and just look at him and go like, suspend yourself, go for it, I'm going to end you, kind of situation. And then Rena's become offline for that reason. Then you have Europe side. Let's take a look. We're looking like 40 euros, same kind of price range actually. The 45 euros. I wouldn't be surprised if Rena tanks down to being like a $30 card again, very easily. Then we have Examon. Examon, finally just a little bit of a tank, but I expect this to tank more too. Just, I can't see this holding its value. Just because Examon is just not favorable into this format, and it's just going to really struggle. So being $29, 30 bucks, I can't see it. Europe side, 25 euros to 30 euros. It's trying to hold that range. Eventually something's got to pop. Like the housing market. Cool Boy, Event Pack 4. Finally, Event Pack 4s are coming onto market, which we wanted to see anyway. You know, that $43 to $70 range. A little too expensive for right now, but, you know, that's what it comes with it. Then we have, on the Europe side, looking like not too terrible. You know, 12 euros to 20 euro range. Would prefer that to show up more. Then we have high-speed plugins, Event Pack 4s, $50 because, you know, people are just getting these to be able to list. Then on the Europe side, we're taking a look, 7 euros to 10 euros. Then we have Mimi from Event Pack 4, $50 as well. Do not expect her to hold that price range. Let's take a look. 15 euros, I can get behind. 15 euros, not 50. Then we have Chikurimon, Event Pack 4, Double Diamond, Bt-12. Way too expensive. Do not see this price holding for that $40 range. Europe side already in the $5 range, €5 range. Yeah, that's how we're going to look at that. Then we have Impmon, the limited promotional cards. So this is a $5 card, one of the expensiver security rookies because of just how powerful it is. And there is an errata that lets it play itself, if I remember correctly. So, or adds itself to hand, one of the two. Then 10 euros you're looking at there. Then we have Hawkmon. This card is only going to be $2. Like, a playset will cost you $6. That's not terrible, actually. Having Hawkmon or for Jesmon just be that cheap is really good. And just the red security rookie is pretty decent. Europe side, let's see where he falls. A €4 range? Oof. So I definitely think that might be a pickup that you need to get for your cheap. But all in all, that is the Market Watch, boys and girls. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.